In our pursuit of happiness, are we focusing in on the wrong things? Well, research is pretty clear that only 10% of our happiness is associated with our circumstances, the money we make, the house we live in, our job, etc. Now, that might be shocking for you to hear that it's only 10%. What's actually happening is that when we do get that thing that we thought was going to make us happy, it does lift our happiness level, but it only lifts it for a short period of time, maybe 3 to 6 months, and we return to our set point. And that's why people get so frustrated and so disheartened when the thing that they thought was going to give them happiness doesn't sustain their happiness. Now, the other thing that's happening in that scenario is that because they get a little bit of hit of happiness, they then keep pursuing those things, thinking that, oh, if I can get the next thing, maybe the hit of happiness will last a little bit longer, or this will be the thing that will actually sustain that happiness because I experienced a little bit of it, it went away, maybe I need more of it to keep me happy. The reality is it's just a never-ending cycle of chasing after circumstances, which once again only has a 10% impact on our overall happiness. Now, the great news is 40% of our happiness is based on daily habits, routines, and decisions that we make. Things like mindfulness, things like gratitude. And those things are totally in our control and are something that we can engage in every single day that'll actually significantly move the needle and be sustained because we're engaging with them on a regular basis. And those things actually begin to rewire us. They rewire the way that we view things, the chemicals and the emotions that we release on a regular basis. And so it becomes a more sustainable happiness. And as a mindset coach, I'm consistently working with people on trying to get them to switch that attention and even that addiction to chasing that 10% to then building those routines and those habits that are going to cause that long-term sustainable happiness that makes up that 40%. So I want to ask you a question today. What would it look like for you to shift your attention away from that 10%, the chasing, into the practicing, to shift your attention to that 40%? What kind of impact would that have on you and your long-term happiness?